Election night. High and tight. Think I might see a fright. Halloween blight. Hope you brought your mask. I don't like those droplets. I hope you voted. I hope you got your. I hope you met up with your friends down at your local Madras. Or wherever your polling place may be. Look, I don't know your story. I know this. I have less and less business as time goes on smoking weed. The more time goes on, the more I try weed, the clearer it is that it's not for me. Welcome to the show, everybody. November 3rd. We do have the news on in case anything breaking comes up in the background. I would love to, what we'd like to do tonight is really citizen journalism. So anything you would like to share, here's what we would like. We would like for you to go ahead and send that in to civilwar@nobodylikesonions.com. civilwar@nobodylikesonions.com. Any hot videos, hot news stories, the mainstream, lamestream media, refuses to cover. We're going to go over it here today. And we're going to decide on America's future once and for all. Who's with me, guys? Come on. Yeah, we're going to finally talk about Hunter Biden's laptop. Nobody is talking about this. And it's serious, serious stuff. Did you know they've got a laptop with photos of Hunter Biden smoking crack with a 15-year-old girl, topless? Hunter Biden's topless, not the crack. Did you know they've got ties to Russia? Not Trump, Hunter Biden. And all the Bidens, frankly. Did you know that most of the Bidens laid down in front of the wall? Wouldn't allow it to be built. Said, over my dead body. So that's what they did. They built a wall right through the Biden's body, like some sort of ancient bamboo torture. They don't give any fucks over there. Ask them. Did you guys know Hunter Biden flew over to Europe, slipped in secret, did all the beheadings, hopped over to Vienna, enlisted some of his other friends, shot up the place? I'm not making this up. Look at this. Here's the tapes. There's Kamala. There's Nielsen. So I think you know what that means. Prove me wrong. Shame on you. Prove me right. Gonna be a fight. What's he talking about? I don't know. I don't know. But frankly, I don't know what I don't know what you're talking about. So you tell me. Let's wind it down. Let's get into it. Welcome to the show, everybody. Happy Election Day. I hope you've done something productive with your day today, aside from just sitting around staring at the polls. Because good God knows that nothing that these guys do is going to make any goddamn difference. Brought to you by Los Pollos Hermanos. No, thank you. I just ate. Okay, so I've got here news up. But we're going to go into all the stuff. I got CNN has a page that you can go to that gives you the electoral college score, as you can see right now, and it's built with a terrific graphical interface that just zooms anytime you're in the wrong place. So that's great. Look, they're giving Kentucky and Indiana to Trump already, which I find fascinating. But I guess that's just the way the rednecks rumble. That's crazy, though, right? I don't know. 0-0. Then how does he have 0? If they're giving, this is who's leading, not projected to win. Okay. All right. We'll have to stay on top of this. I think the first results are going to be coming in right around 4 p.m. Pacific. So in about 27 minutes from now. And we'll start watching those. Now, the strategy, the rumor is that the strategy is going to be for Trump to come out early, maybe in a few hours, and announce that he's won. Claim victory. And I can already tell this room is getting fucking hot, which is annoying as shit when it's cold outside. I cannot wait to fucking be out of this sweat box. It's a pretty nice day outside, but fuck if it's not hot in here. I'm going to go on my excuse me while I deviate to my Ecobee thermostat and try to dial in the controls. Now, it says it's like 74 in my house, which for my house is cold. A lot of people like 72. I'm telling you, 74 is like 70 in my house. So now I'm going to back it to 70, and that should be like 66 in here. But we'll see. I don't know. Do your temperature how you like it at your house. See if I can give any fucks. What are your thoughts, guys? Did you vote? I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I didn't vote. I couldn't do it. Bring myself to do it. And I think people who voted for Biden, for the most part, somebody said I have to shit right now. That seems like not important information. I think that if you voted for Biden, you really are a person who probably were just in this anybody but Trump. We got to get Trump out camp. And if you're in that camp, I would argue that you don't know that you don't even know what you're mad about. You've just been told we've collectively as a society really been bullied into believing that Trump is like a racist nut job. And he doesn't help himself by, spouting off as much as he does. He is a fucking nut loon. But I would argue that if you think he's like some guy who's riding horses around strangling black people, you're probably pretty uninformed. Voted Trump in the primary and Dem in some local stuff. You voted Trump in the primary. What does that mean? What did you vote for in the main presidential elections? Everybody's trying to figure it out. I don't think there's going to be a way to figure it out. People are like, oh, well, the Democrats voted early by mail, and all the Republicans will show up today. I don't know if anybody knows anything, frankly. I don't know if there's a way that anybody could even begin to fucking tell. What are they saying on the news here?
Thank God. And I hope.
This is what they're doing, by the way. They're just showing like weird.
For president, with the future of DACA and the dreamers at stake.
Yes, so many of them frontline workers right in the middle of this pandemic, not just facing the coronavirus on a daily basis, but also.
It's so political. I was watching one. There was like a Trump rally where everybody was like cheering for Trump, like peacefully on the side of the road. And against them on the other side, a bunch of people lined up protesting the Trump people. And the sign said thing like slavery. I think it said slavery was always wrong. And things like no one is free until everyone is free. And look, it feels really good to go down to your local CVS and buy some poster board and make a sign. And by the way, these were just like Sharpies, black writing on white poster board. Not even effort. Back when I was a kid, you used to make a sign. You would go get supplies. You needed colored markers. First of all, you had a set of colored markers. Any kid, worth their weight in gummy bears, had their own set of markers. It was like you were proud of that set of markers or crayons. I didn't fancy myself a crayon kid. I was more into permanents. But you had a nice set of markers, and then you would get like glue sticks or glue and glitter. You would make a nice sign. You sure wouldn't low effort sign of the times. Yeah. You sure wouldn't fucking get out a Sharpie and write something like slavery was always. So one side of the fence, they're like vote Trump 2020. Make America great again, that kind of stuff. Keep America great. And on the other side, they're like, slavery was always wrong. Okay. It's like, I really, and here's my problem with it, is like, oh, wow, Patrick, do you think slavery was sometimes right? Like, I don't know, maybe. I'm not here to judge. No, but like no one on the other side is going, slavery was right in the beginning. No one on the other side is going, slavery is right now. So like, it's weird. It's very weird. And this is something we've pointed out with like Ty Rivera. It's like, it's these motherfuckers who like make up an enemy. It's like, who are you talking to? I mean, am I nuts? And I do this, I think this show, especially during the election times when all this shit kind of manifests itself into our everydays. Am I nuts? Or like, what is everyone mad at? What is everyone fighting with? I don't know what rallies accomplish. Right. I mean, they don't accomplish anything. People are going to die. That's what's going to happen. This country is going to slowly spin into a fucking vortex of division, which I think it's already happened. We're well on our way to being flushed down the toilet. Like, who gives a shit? People, imagine half the country is allowed to vote for one of the two candidates and fuck off. Slavery was you want Trump to win? Well, slavery was always wrong. It's like, whoa, bro. Entropy can be so beautiful. Yeah, that should be the mascot of the trolls, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I'll just say this. It feels fucking weird to argue with nothing. It feels weird for you to hold up. Also, let me just point out your mental deficiency here. If you're the kind of person, now granted, it sounds great, no one is free until everyone is free. There's two main problems with that. Number one, it's intellectually, physiologically not true. It's just not true. Sometimes a person who's taken hostages can free some of the hostages, and those people are now free. Like, so it's just like, it's one of those things that sounds cool, but really doesn't make any sense. Anything that rhymes or just has repetition or alliteration or stuff like that, it sounds great. Doesn't necessarily mean anything. Number two, if that's your goal, if you're not going to, I won't rest until everyone is free. It's like, you're going to die very unsatisfied. Like, not only will you be able to not free everyone in this country, forget it when it comes to other countries where it's culturally weaved into the fabric of their being. Rallies work for like local things. Like, a lot of things in the world would be better if people focused on community over identity. You can't have free people who aren't free to compare to. Right. It's a weird world where everyone's trying to play this to balance out this zero-sum game of life. Well, we need to keep taking money away from billionaires until everyone who has no money has exactly as much as the billionaires. It's like, what? It doesn't make sense. And look, I don't have a lot of money. If you can't help everyone, don't help anyone. Yeah. Yeah, it just, all these things sound great, but have no practicality to them. So, say whatever you want, but you're a fucking idiot. And you're not being honest with yourself. Showing up to a Trump rally with a sign that's like, slavery was always wrong. Find me one person on either side of those who were like, well, actually, slavery did have its merits. No one's doing that. You're fighting an imaginary enemy. You're expecting the general public to have the emotional capacity to think of others versus just themselves. I don't see it. Well, other countries do it, Other countries, people act right, for lack of a better term, because of things like shame and family honor and, wanting the people that they care about to be proud of them and take care of people in their family, community, et cetera, et cetera. If I spit on this guy, he's my brother, he's in the community, why not help him up? One day he may be in a position to help me up. This kind of a thing. A lot of other cultures embrace that. Not here. I'm not wearing a mask because you told me to wear a mask. Well, you can't tell me not to wear a mask. It's like, what are we doing, everybody? How about everybody fucking chill out? If you don't want to wear a mask and you have friends who want to wear a mask and not go out to restaurants and not hang out, then just don't hang out with those people right now. You don't need to block them and walk away from them for life. It's bananas, and it says more about your ability to handle yourself emotionally and mentally. And I think there's a real breakdown in that stuff. Just happening on a daily fucking basis. We're just breaking down. People cannot fucking handle. I love these. What we were watching the other day before the show. Well, let's see what ABC is doing. Here we go. They're doing a segment called
the economy playing such a pivotal role in the presidential election, with $1.5 trillion in purchasing power and an estimated $500 billion in annual revenue coming from Latino-owned businesses.
Masks don't work. Look at the science. Science doesn't work. Look at the masks.
Our country. Many generating wealth through small businesses. So how will business owners vote?
Yeah, they're not doing anything with this election so far. So no real results, and who knows what we'll have today. This show might be 2 hours long. We start figuring out that we're not going to learn anything tonight. Then I say we all just go home and cry. But I thought it'd be fun to at least watch some of these idiots scramble around. Go on to YouTube. And you can look up some stuff from last year. Let's try to pull it up. But you got to find people freaking out when Trump got elected. Trump election elected freak out. Is that a word that'll be available? Our 5 favorite freakouts, the Trump wins edition. I don't know if this is going to be a good one. But let's see. I love some of these. Washington Examiner. Wisconsin woman freaks out over the state's electoral college.
You don't deserve to be in America! Shame!
Shame! Shame!
You and Shame! Want to? This is my America! This is my America!
Wow. Hollywood, all of it. Seth MacFarlane, I cannot visualize the rambling, incoherent creature I saw at the debates now addressing the nation from the Oval Office. Rose McGowan, oh my God, this is what misogyny looks like, the hatred for a woman so deep that they will literally vote for the foulest. Katy Perry, the revolution is coming. They even issued a video begging the Electoral College to ignore the results of the election.
Any eligible person, no matter which party they belong to.
But it should certainly be someone you consider especially competent.
Especially competent to serve
as President of the United States of America.
Michelle Obama, Hopeless America.
Everything, the election, was all about hope. Do you think that this administration achieved that?
Yes, I do, because we feel the difference now.
Yeah.
See, now we're feeling what not having hope feels like, you know?
These aren't good. These aren't good freakouts, I'll tell you that. These are pretty fucking weak sauce. I want the ones where people like break down crime. This is of course, the meme. This
Donald
woman.
J. Trump is now president of the United States. President Obama is the ex-president. And Mr. Trump, for the moment, steps loose in for the inaugural
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever
Patton Oswalt.
President of the United States of America, Donald J.
On the shoulder. You adjust the microphone as you told, man.
For their gracious aid.
See, people have signs in this thing that say no to racism. It's like, who's being racist? What are you talking about? Anytime you ask somebody, and look, I don't like the guy. I didn't vote for him. I couldn't bring myself to vote for either one of these dorks. But anytime you ask somebody, like, why do you say that Trump's racist? Like, why do you think that Trump's racist? They go, like, because he blocked immigrants from coming in. What do you think we have? Just towers full of fucking bunk beds to put people up in? What the fuck are you talking about? They're laws. He wants them enforced. You may not like the laws, and you may, while you go to college and your dual gender studies major, believe that like everyone who wants into America should be able to get into America and such. And I believe in such that some people in such as in Iran and such don't have maps and such. That's great when you're talking to Mario Lopez at the pageant. Imagine being an adult person who cannot handle, like, you understand this, right? Like, this is just two fucking teams at their best clashing every 4 years. It's like, it really is a coin toss, It's 50-50. And, this is the Cowboys at the height of their dynasty versus the Patriots at the height of theirs. And it's like, it's very fucking weird for you to not be able to handle another very large team winning. It's not like the Republicans came out of nowhere and stole it, like the Green Party. It's like, it's Republicans. They're like the other big player in the space, and they won, and you're collapsing on the ground, screaming at the top of your lungs while he's being sworn in, as if somebody on the podium's going to hear it and go, wait, hold up. Oh, this person's not in it. It's like, what do you, like, handle yourself? And not, and all these people, by the way, who were losing their minds, including our one and only beloved James Heskey, live 4 years ago. Everybody was worried about abortion and da-da-da-da-da. This is the end of this, and women aren't going to be able to do this, and it was going to be the Handmaid's Tale. It's like, what's different in your life other than, and you can't count coronavirus. Sorry. And if anything is a little Handmaid's Tale-ish, it's because of overreacting Democrats. Say whatever you want. The Republicans have been the ones out there breathing, using guns without a mask. The Democrats are the ones telling you what hours to shop and to put things over your face. That's Handmaid's Tale. So, before everybody starts, but imagine screaming like this.
I am so sorry to my world. I am so sorry to my world.
Why?
Not what we want.
What are you talking about? It's what half the people wanted.
There's so much potential.
But we will get the job done.
For beauty and for devastation. In this one moment, it's almost incomprehensible that they can exist right now.
And we are grateful
to this woman, to this adult person. It's incomprehensible that the other side even exists right now. This is fucking bananas.
So close.
President Obama.
They seem like a fun person to have at a dinner party, right? Yeah, some of these are great. And then it's like, so imagine 4 years ago behaving like that. And then like now this woman is probably fine. I'm sure we can find her. But imagine freaking out like that, overreacting like that, and then it's all for nothing. Like everybody's just fine. Nothing's really changed. Clinton supporters react to Trump's victory. I love this stuff.
I have a little sister. She's 12. So she's a young Latina woman. Or girl. One of his key issues, if not and this is the first president that she will really grow up like. This is like how. This is what her concept of a president will be framed as. Like a racist, xenophobe, misogynist, just in the White House. That. And she knows this. She's 12. She knows better. She knows better.
Being a woman, I think it's a real knock for women. I think in America we like to tell other countries that they need women's empowerment and gender equality and all these things, but we look to our own selves and we see we don't have equal pay.
I think it's your fault. Like, I think it's who you put up. And this is what I was saying earlier today when I ripped my ballot in half. I ripped my mail-in ballot in half and just threw it away. I was just like, what the fuck? I can't put a dash in either one of these idiots' columns. Like, I can't be responsible for it. And people who give people shit about not voting, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's my vote. My vote is to not vote. You all scoured your fucking camps, and this is the best you could come up with on both sides. No, it's not. Liars. These are the people you could control, and I'm not falling into it. You know, anyone acting like Biden is great, don't trust them at all. People who go, I'm voting just to get rid of Trump, at least they're being fucking honest. Nobody is into Biden. Get the fuck out of here. And I'm sorry, Hillary Clinton is twisted. She's not a stable lady. I'm not sure that underneath most of those trench coat pantsuits things, that it's not just 4 or 5 kids operating her sleeves. There are 0 right-wing freakouts on YouTube. Wonder why? No. Don't get me wrong. There are freakouts on both sides, but I think, like, nobody, like, I don't remember a lot of fucking rednecks, shooting shit up and starting riots when Obama got elected. They were just like, all right, well, their turn. But I think the snowflake culture has deeply embedded itself into the left. And like you heard that woman say, like, I don't even understand why the other party is allowed to exist. Like, she doesn't understand that. That's what these people think. Like, if it goes against what they deem morally right, especially morally, then they can't even fathom another viewpoint and literally scream and have a hissy fit at the idea of discussing it. Top funniest SJW reactions to Trump's victory.
Our country great again.
I have no respect for women who voted for Trump. Okay?
Yeah, me too.
I think
Weird.
so poorly of them, and the reason why is because, look, I don't think that you're a single issue voter. I just think you're dumb. Okay? I think you're fucking dumb.
Which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones, right now, Donald Trump.
Laughed off the stage, Ann Coulter.
Because a vision softly creeping.
You're awake, by the way. You're not having a terrible, terrible dream. Also, you're not dead and you haven't gone to hell. This is your life now.
This is Rachel Maddow.
This is us. This is our country.
She has a TV show. She's a newswoman, allegedly. And she's having a break. She's like, you're not dreaming. The Republicans just won. It's like, yeah, they're one of the two teams that can win. They lose their mind. This is petty. Hold on, is it me being petty to show these, or are they being petty in the video? I feel like I'm on a Zoom with Curran. I would love to get Curran on. Where's he at? We could do some slurring with Curran on election night. Is this what he does on Zoom? Both of these are petty. All right, fair enough.
They say to respect we've opened up a very big discussion to be opened up. We're not talking about religion. We referred to my something else. I
fucking pissed, dude. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Latinos voting for Donald Trump. Fuck black people voting for Donald Trump. Fuck Cubans.
I think a lot of black people are woke now. These are just green screens. Yeah. Oh God, I love it. I love it. Shocked Clinton supporters shed tears. That's crazy. Do you understand how crazy that is? Like, to cry. Some of my family voted for Trump. I'm so sorry, America. It's like, by the way, this was like on election night. On election night. People were, I'm so sorry. Like, he hadn't even been sworn into office yet. And people were like, I'm sorry for what he did to women and the abortion decision. It's like, what? If Trump loses, nobody will crying. Sure. I don't know. Look at who was running against Obama? Oh man, thanks for that follow. That means a lot. Who was Mitt Romney? Who was running against Obama? Bob Dole? Will we watch a bunch of left freak out videos? Well, I'm gonna try to find them. I'm gonna go back and try to find that right now. Was it Mitt Romney? Romney fans freak out at Obama win. Let's find it. McCain. Romney supporters shock and disappointment. Let's see.
Become an entitlement nation. We're no longer a nation of hard work. It's going to help you.
Mitch Romney.
I'm just at a loss of words in the sense of where this nation goes now.
Mitt Romney did everything that he possibly could. He shows.
Yeah, you're right. These are totally different. These people are like, well, I'm just really disappointed in America. I don't know where we go from here. I feel like Romney did everything he could. It's fucking that's the first one I clicked on randomly. And these guys are just totally reasonable. Everyone else is breaking down in the street screaming at the sky, zoomed out with a crane shot. Okay, let's look at McCain. Because that was the Palin. That was the big. That one felt like more visceral, right? McCain. Freak out. Obama. Win. McCain concedes election to Obama. I can't find. Can anybody find one? Yeah, it's the AP, dummy. Okay, but I can't find any on McCain. McCain supporters lose their shit. McCain supporters cry. I can see riots on both outcomes. Yeah, definitely this time. People react to Obama winning presidency. There's just a lot of cheering. Romney, somber reaction to Obama. Okay, here we go. Maybe this will be something.
Now we can project that Barack Obama will win Iowa and Oregon. The state of Iowa will go to President Obama, and the state of Oregon will go to President Obama. Now with the state of Ohio, we can now definitively say that President Barack Obama will be reelected. Mitt Romney will come up a loser in this race.
Loser.
Republicans thought that they had an amazing shot to take down a president who had high unemployment rates, who had a nation that was split over his health care law. They thought that this was the time. This is not the time. Democrats fought back. The Obama campaign running a very aggressive early effort to characterize Mitt Romney as a corporate raider, and his time at Bain Capital early in his business career.
Yeah, there's no zooming in on people freaking out, crying. I'm sorry, I'm looking for it. I'm trying to be fair and unbiased here. I would argue that we're becoming we're just bigger babies now. Oh man, thanks for that cheer. I can't find it. McCain family bids tearful farewell. Relive Trump's stunning win in under 2 minutes.
First and foremost, it's finally here.
Going into this night, where do we stand?
This is where we stood coming into the night. 268 to 204, so clearly an advantage for Secretary Clinton.
Take a look here. If Donald Trump wins tonight, no matter who they voted for, take a look at these numbers here. 21% say they'll be concerned. 37% say they'll be scared.
This is what both candidates want. They want to be living there.
I can't imagine being scared if anyone went. Like, who cares? I've never met either of the guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is changing in your life? Hold on. Let's see here. I wish you could find the video of Romney driving with his dog in a dog taxi on top of the car. Edinburgh Mikey's here. Has America burned yet? My brother is a CHP officer in Los Angeles, and he is on standby in case of riots. There's pretty much riots in LA almost every night, aren't there? Peaceful riots. Nobody's talking about it. It's good to be a cis white male right now. I mean, it is. It's always been, but like, you know, whatever. And those damn women. But I, you know, Biden is just, can we get on the same page? Well, everybody, even if you voted for Biden, will you admit that you don't like Biden?
State is, meaning the more
Let's see what this bitch is saying.
Trump,
News.
the higher the number of hospitalizations per capita in the last 2 weeks.
Lizzie Davis, thanks very much. Now I want to take a close look at the battlegrounds we're going to be looking at all night long. Tom Yamas is here with that. We've been focused on 6 key states right there where the campaigns have spent most of their time, most of their money, most of their energy.
George, good evening. These are the big 6 right here. Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Arizona, North Carolina, and Florida. We're going to be watching these very closely throughout the night. In this column, you have 2016, the president's margin of victory. And you'll notice in the first 3 states, all less than a percentage point, that's the blue wall that collapsed for Democrats. And then in this column, this is the average of polling from our friends at 538. And there's a clear sign right there, George. You can see Joe Biden on top in every single one of those 6 states. Republicans will remind us the polls were wrong 4 years ago.
Let's bring in Nate Silver from 538. Nate, talk about the forecast you had coming into election night.
So coming in, we had Joe Biden with an 89%.
This is like the guy they all suck his dick for making predictions.
Of a tie. Obviously, no calls we've seen yet would change that very much. It's all things that are expected so far. But as states like Florida, we get results there, that could be quite decisive in how things go.
And remind everybody where you had it going into election night in 2016.
So in 2016, we had Trump with a 30% chance of winning, roughly 29%. That was a lot higher than a lot of people thought. But look, I don't control when the 30% happens, the 10% happens, so there is a possibility for Trump to win. He will have to hit his marks, though, win almost all of the battleground states, because Biden has more paths to 270.
Let's give people a sense of those paths right now. Let me go back to Tom Yamas. Let's start out.
Let's check out the paths.
Path to those key
people are saying vote for Michael
George, this is how the map ended up 4 years ago. And on your question, we were talking about that blue wall that collapsed. Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Let's give those to Joe Biden tonight. Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Look at his total. If he can win those back, and a reminder, they were won by less than a percentage point 4 years ago, he becomes the next president at 278.
Which is why Donald Trump has spent so much time and energy on Pennsylvania.
Yeah, the math is very simple. If Donald Trump can hold all of his states and he wins back Pennsylvania, George, look at his number, 280. He gets reelected.
And then you have to go to those insurance policies for Joe Biden in the Sun Belt.
That's when the race changes, and that's what's different about this election, because the president is on defense in some of these southern states, including North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. And just look at Joe Biden's totals. If he wins Wisconsin and Michigan and he can pick off North Carolina, 273. Let's give that back to President Trump. What about Georgia? The polls are tight there, 274. And of course, the biggest battleground, the Sunshine State, Florida. If Joe Biden wins that, he's at 287.
Nate Silver, let's dig down on that just a little more. Show what a difference it makes in your forecast if one of those big states flips.
Yeah, so we'll do Florida here. If you give Florida to Joe Biden, Biden goes, you see everything recalculate. Biden goes from 89% to 99%. You see states like Georgia become bluer. That would be potentially a Biden landslide, but Florida is a must-win state for Republicans.
And how about if Donald Trump wins Pennsylvania? What does that do to your forecast?
So I'm going to reset.
Trump was in Kenosha last night? Oh, man. Was he busting out Rittenhouse?
In red here, then Trump goes from pretty big underdog to actually a favorite here. That would be his path. He has to win Pennsylvania, win Florida, but that would make him about a 2-1 favorite.
Yeah, it goes back to the map he had last time. We're much closer.
I like that map. Can I bring that map up on 538?
Chief White House correspondent.
This looks like their dream board.
For another possibility tonight, the shorthand has been called red mirages and blue mirages. And let's talk about the North first. Those states, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania, where the early vote is not going to come in right away.
Yeah. So here's the big thing: Republicans tend to vote in person on Election Day. Democrats vote more heavily by mail or early vote. So the in-person vote is going to favor
smoke a little weed, shall we?
And what happens in those states, and by the way, they're going to count pretty slowly. Pennsylvania, be prepared to be patient. Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin are going to tend to count those in-person day of votes.
So we could see a big lead for Donald Trump.
You could see a very
Don't forget, we are taking your emails at civilwar@nobodylikesonions.com. Send in any videos, tips, links.
And then on the flip side,
civilwar@nobodylikesonions.com. No hot tips yet, but I'd love to know.
Exactly the reverse. And by the way, there's been a lot of early vote and a lot of mail-in vote in all of those states, also Texas and Arizona. And in all of those states, you're likely to see that early vote, that mail-in vote, get counted first.
Did Mikey vote for Brexit?
It comes in and it's going to change over the night, but you might see a
Hey, let's launch Skype. I know we got Landry wants to call in.
It goes away as they the day and vote. So blue mirage.
Maybe we'll get another drunk
Let's go to the campaigns right now.
call.
Mary Bruce with Joe Biden.
George, we have seen a bit of a shift here in tone from the Biden campaign. They have been very cautious all along. Tonight, they are exuding confidence. They say it is clear that they are winning, and that is because they feel that most of the early vote went to Joe Biden. They say that means when they pour over their data that Donald Trump is going to have to outperform tonight in many of the states that he won in 2016. In fact, they say that in several states, Trump will have to get 60% or more of the election day vote in order to pull this off. Now, Biden was asked a short while ago how he's feeling, what the outlook is. He says he never feels confident, but he says he does feel hopeful. He, of course, spent the day again.
Wasn't he the huge Brexit Nigel Farage? Scotland didn't vote for Brexit. Yeah, but did you?
Would make things a whole lot easier for them.
That's what people want to know.
They have many other pathways here. It is not a must-win for them. One other thing here we're keeping a close eye on, and whether or not we may actually see Joe Biden here tonight. There was an expectation
what?
That he would be talking.
Joe Biden might not show
here behind me tonight, no matter what. Now Joe Biden saying we'll see, telling reporters just a short while ago, if there's something to talk about tonight, I'll talk about it. If not, he says he will wait for the votes to be counted.
What question? Yeah, he is dodging the question. Don't let him go on that.
Confidence on this side, George, too. President Trump just moments ago tweeting that things are looking really good. He believes he will win more electoral college votes this year than he did 4 years ago, and he is banking this confidence on what he's...
Why are they being so cocky? What does everybody know that we don't know? I feel like they're being real cocky about it. They're like, we're going to win landslide. It's going to be... And then I have a lot of international friends posting about our election today, including Mikey. Posted a picture in front of Trump Tower, flipping it off, saying, I wish I could vote. Why do you hate Trump? What did he do to you? And then another friend of mine in Australia, she's like, don't fuck this up, America. It's like, I don't know what fucking it up means, you know? It's going to be fucked up. It's like somebody said earlier, there's probably going to be riots either side, right? They're packing the poll boxes right now. This is all an Ocean 11 style DNC heist. Pretty sus. What's sus? Which part? When does Sean Connery get sainthood? Agreed. Pretty sus. Yeah, sis is sus. Make the shirts. You know, a lot of these guys are showing up to polls because Trump said everybody should be a poll watcher, you know, so people are showing up acting like a bunch of, sorry for the term, a bunch of N95s, if you will. Look at this shit.
Justice correspondent is there. We know that the Homeland Security, FBI, were on alert.
Packing a bowl, smoking a bowl.
Any possible intimidation at the
Get
polls,
on a
any possible violence.
have yourself.
George, and we actually saw some intimidation in play today. The FBI is investigating the fact that robocalls went out to voters in about 6 states, to include Ohio and Michigan.
I'll tell you about another scam here in Nevada in a
Be
second.
safe, basically telling them not to go to the polls. So the FBI is investigating, and we know that's what they're concerned about tonight and in the days coming. If there's not
323, what's our phone number? Whatever it is.
They expect and anticipate that we will see
323-825
disinformation and chaos and
990. Nobody likes science.
Pretty orderly today, Pierre.
On Skype.
The process was orderly, and a lot of law enforcement officials I spoke to today were very thankful.
Who's this guy? Has anybody ever heard of him?
It seems like people were able to vote easily.
They don't even put his name up there?
Again, that is the concern going
Rudeness
forward.
of the caliber.
Let's bring in our
I've
chief
never
legal
seen.
analyst, Dan Abrams. Dan Abrams, just walk through.
So I was watching, I believe, what was I watching? Anything on YouTube, there's these weird ads now. I don't know if you guys have seen these fear ads, these fear-mongering ads where they're like, who you vote for is secret, but whether or not you vote is public record. Your friends, family, neighbors, and community, anyone can look up whether or not you voted. Don't forget to vote. Have you guys seen this fucking ad? There's a few different versions of it, but it's basically they give you the information that anybody can look up whether or not you voted, your voting record. Wow, first of all. Second of all, I think the early ballots had to be in here Friday, and then you could take your mail ballot in today to the polling place and drop it off. But if you were going to mail it in, you had to have it mailed in here in Nevada, I think Friday. I just looked up Mikey and it said he voted for Brexit. Well, all weekend long, including today, I've been getting these ads that tell me to mail in my ballot. Mail in my ballot. Don't forget to mail in my ballot. Drop it in the mail today. And I thought, that's weird because, like, you know, dropping it in the mail today, it would be late. It has to be postmarked Friday, I believe. And this is a great time to tell everybody, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, you're going to want to get rid of those ads. Join, okay? Subscribe to the channel. Get in on the chan. Pick up some bits so you can cheer. 6 cents at a time seems to be the popular number. Get in on that shit. But why are they showing ads saying to drop it in the mail today? I think they want, I don't know who's, one of these was Voto Latino was who it was by. The ad was so Voto Latino, I think is the name of like whatever the PAC, the super PAC, whatever the fuck. You know, is that to cause confusion? Is that to sow some sort of weirdness and like try to get it? Like they want you to go vote in person and, you know, I just feel shady that they're encouraging people to drop ballots in when it doesn't make sense and it's not really going to count. Can you believe they're doing more of this Mandalorian stuff? Look at this. Look how good this looks in RTX. We're the only ones showing you this. This is a first world premiere preview.
Now streaming only on Disney Plus.
Good morning.
You guys got Disney Plus? Because you should get it. It's pretty fire. You could have had Maggie Thatcher, but no, you got too cocky. A lot of anger going on the channel right now. Could do without most of it, if I'm honest with you. But thanks for being here with us on an election day. We're watching. We're trying to get the down with it. What's the name of that website? 533 election results. 538. Is that the site everybody's going to? Oh, well, we do have some results now. We have Joe Biden he's getting Vermont. And we've got Donald Trump getting Kentucky projected to win. So 8 for Trump, 3 for Biden. That's where we're at. This looks official. So I think this is real. This is from the Associated Press. So just to clarify, we do have Trump ahead right now. Strap in for that. Politico.com live map. They've got it 0-0. And this is just for Nevada. I don't want Nevada. I want the full shit. I want the full... How do I get the whole U.S.? I don't want Nevada. Who gives a shit what happens here? This can't be real. Here we go. Yeah, everybody has 8 for Trump. 3% discharge. What? Theresa May. No, you're thinking of Marisa Tomei. She played Spider-Man's aunt. 8-3, Trump in the lead. 270 win. They're giving Florida. They're saying Florida is probably going to go to Biden. They're already shading it in blue. This is how they get you. You're listening to Your Voice, Your Vote right here on Nobody Likes Onions. Let's check in with these dopes.
30 right now. I want to go to Wilmington, Delaware now, where the deputy campaign manager for Joe Biden, Kate Bedingfield, is on site. Kate, thank you.
Look at this bitch doing an interview with a mask on like a psychopath.
We feel really good, George. We think we have a lot of different pathways to the nomination. We've been really,
Theresa Mayweather, the money team.
By the enormous turnout.
Theresa Money Team Mayweather.
We believe that we've really banked a lot of votes.
Look how
in these,
dopey this chick looks.
States, and that it's going to be very difficult for Donald Trump to make up that difference tonight. We think people have really responded to Joe Biden's message. You know, he spent this entire campaign
if Florida flips for Biden, oh my motherfucking
to find a way to get
flip
this virus
phone
under control, to get the economy back together. He's really, he's really had a proactive, positive message that people have responded to. And what we're seeing across the country tonight is that people are turning out to vote for Joe Biden.
For all your supporters out there, what's the one place you want to go? I
think that's the reason
show that we're winning tonight.
It is kind of so up in the air. Yeah, Trump pissed off a bunch of seniors. That's not her real voice. They're dubbing it in. Yeah, show her mouth moving. How do we know this wasn't pre-taped? Nobody's talking about it. Does anybody have the Hunter Biden photos or a link to the 4chan thread where they made them up? I forgot about exit polls. Hate the Polish. What? You've been going on and on about the Polish a lot, and I'm starting to wonder if that's a real problem that we need to start looking out for.
And should we expect to hear from Vice President Biden tonight?
I would expect you'll hear from him. I think throughout this campaign,
I think it would be great for Trump to step up immediately and be like, I'm declaring a victory. Just like they said his scam was what he was going to try to do. What if he just did it? What if he just comes out immediately and goes like, I won. Clearly, I won. Any attempt to manipulate these results?
Yeah, it does. We have some
Florida
information and an early headline, even though we're still in the 7 o'clock hour. So let's dive right in. The big headline out of Florida right now.
Wow, Trump is up in Florida. Look at this.
All of Florida. Hillary Clinton came out of Miami-Dade County 4 years ago.
This could be big.
Vote advantage over Donald Trump. Tonight, Donald Trump is only 100,000 votes below Joe Biden. This is not a good number for the former vice president right now, with 84% of the vote in Miami-Dade County. But there is some good news for Joe Biden right now. This is the I-4 corridor, Pinellas. This is a county that has older voters, a lot of white voters. President Trump won here, but barely 4 years ago. And tonight, Joe Biden is on top. He's actually overperforming from Hillary Clinton. And in right here, Hillsborough, this is the Tampa Bay area. Joe Biden on top also, and he's doing better than Hillary Clinton. That kind of news is good for Joe Biden. But the headline right now is Miami-Dade County. Republicans able to really make a dent in that Democratic wave down there.
No shit.
When you see that, what does it tell you?
Orlando, Tampa, and Miami.
It tells me that your word patience is something that I'm not very good at, that I'm going to have it.
Thanks, Mikey.
No, look, there's some places
it means a lot,
that
man.
Overperforming, some places
coming from a guy like you, huh?
One question that I don't know
from
here
a money
is what's
man,
in the African American
giving it to me, making it rain.
That
you know what Daddy likes.
I mean, in granular, you would get precincts, but everywhere else, Biden's hitting his numbers and exceeding his numbers. That would tell you Miami-Dade, where they were having some problems there for early vote, and it came out also on election day.
Chris Christie, Florida must win for President Trump.
It's a must win for the president, but if you think about it,
I love they got Chris Christie sitting here with a box of donuts giving commentary.
He's 10 points behind.
So jealous.
Clinton was 4 years ago. And that's a big amount of vote there, too. So, I think this is very good for the president's prospects in Florida.
So
Crispy.
what's the biggest thing you're watching tonight?
I think, I'm looking at...
What if he wins Florida, though? This is pretty crazy.
Something that I was just talking to Ram about during the break, if we could take a look at it.
Yvette Simpson. Okay.
2008. This is where they start to make a big difference. In places like Miami-Dade, we know the I-4 corridor is also important. A lot of organizations like ours did a lot of work there. I think Florida is going to be a long game. We're also seeing some really great stuff in Georgia. Joe Biden is outperforming Hillary Clinton.
Listen to their fucking partisan. It's so they don't even hide it anymore. They're just like, we're getting great news in Georgia. Trump is losing. It's like, thanks, news. This, people don't know this because it's happened so fucking slowly. And don't get me wrong, I'm really not on either of them's side because they both do it. The Supreme Court stuff that the Trump administration has pulled is almost unforgivable to me. Going back to Kavanaugh, it's just not genuine. Their shit is not genuine. But don't get me wrong, the left and the media is so fucking biased. It's sick. It's sick, bro. They're not even marking things as editorial pieces anymore, just injecting this toxic fucking bias into everything you read. Great news out of Georgia where Trump has just been murdered. It's like, what? Hard to get non-biased at this point either way. I mean, it isn't, though. It isn't. It's not hard if you can just fucking grow up and put on your big boy britch.
Right now, George. Victor Kendo, thanks very much. We're going to be keeping an eye on Florida all through the night.
Biden, more like bias. Yeah, Biden-Harris, bias.
We'll be right back with that.
When we come back, polls close in the key battleground states of North Carolina and Ohio. As millions of Americans cast their votes, we're live across the country on ABC.
You heard it there first and here second. Both parties are disgusting. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if most people People. I don't know if most people believe that. Memes aren't biased. Please. Has anybody seen the new Mandalorian? I'm really into it. Looks pretty dope and cool. Cool and dope. But yeah, I'm not sure. I got my inspection done on this last house. Everything looks good. Some stucco cracks, but to be expected as a house settles. It's a 2-year-old house. Won't be a problem to repair. Getting the pool plan. Have accepted a pool bid. Going to be around $50,000 to build this pool. Just a fucking small pool. 15 by 16, I believe. And just insane. I really thought I was living in a pie in the sky world. I thought I could build this thing for $30,000 maybe. No. It's worse than we ever imagined. It really, really is. But what can you do? Count yourself lucky that they didn't find a fuck ton. Well, I've been through 2 houses where they did. So whatever. Now I'm waiting on all the regulations and restrictions from the homeowners association, because I don't want to move into a place with a homeowners association that really cuffs my gruffs, grinds my gears. What they show, like they have this thing about the race war. Look at this. As if this is happening. You know what I mean? They have to go back to like Charlottesville to find any like and the guy in here the other day who the KKK thing in like 2016. It's like there's like 4 recent things that can even be like construed as having a tone of racism to them. Because like Proud Boys, as dumb as they are, they're not, I don't think they're racist. I think they're like guys who like barbecuing and beer and don't know how to talk about their feelings. So they get together, wear MAGA hats, and grunt over meat. So they don't have to actually talk about their feelings. Did they disclose a ghost in the house? They have to. First of all, I don't think that's true. They don't have to go, by the way, there's a ghost in the house. Sounds toxic. Yeah. Well, it's just as toxic as saying that you're out, trying to stop people from like, what is the point? Somebody was in the chat earlier saying, like, I don't understand rallies. Look at this. Breaking.
Votes Republican stronghold. President Trump won by 8 points last time around. We cannot project it yet. State of North Carolina, Democrats have fought hard here, but it went to President Trump last time around. Well, too early to call right now. Key Senate race there as well. And the state of West Virginia, we can't call it yet. 5 electoral votes expected to go to President Trump tonight. Solid state for him, but we cannot project it yet. We do want to go to Byron Pitts, who's in Raleigh, North Carolina. And Byron, they have extended the polls, keeping the polls open in several parts of North Carolina tonight.
That's right, George, because there were some technical problems in a handful of precincts. Like, for instance, at one church, the copy machine broke down, so things were delayed.
The copy machine broke down.
In North Carolina, about 8:15, and we expect a large amount of numbers to come out because, George, 4.5
Can this guy get a grip on his?
That's 96% of the total vote here from 2016. The expectation is it'll be about a third Democrat, a third Republican.
Oh my God, we just got a tip on the Civil War at nobodylikesonions.com address regarding Crazy Joe.
The uncertain area tonight will be what will independents do. This area, demographic is a big issue in North Carolina, George, because of the changing demographics in North Carolina. For instance, Raleigh, where I am tonight, is the second fastest growing.
So this guy's a boob, but this reminds me. What year is it? Copy machine. Yeah, come on, guys. Come on. Oh, copy machine. Okay, we just got a tip from did you guys see the video of Biden kept calling Donald Trump George? I hope we're all good. Let me open up a video here that I was just tipped off to. It's Crazy Joe, and it's on Live Leak. Oh, you know what? I thought it's so funny. It says Joe confuses granddaughter with dead son. I thought this was Crazy Joe. When I got an email from this person, I assumed it was Crazy Joe. But maybe we should. We can't call Joe Biden Crazy Joe, right? No, this is Joe Biden. I haven't seen this. Let's pull up the old browser. Boom. And scroll. Joe Biden gets confused and introduces granddaughter as, oh, hold on, I have this audio. Let me mute that tab. Let's mute that. And then we'll go back to this one. And then we'll turn up the audio and then we'll play. Okay, Joe Biden gets confused and introduces his granddaughter as his son, Beau Biden. What did you have, Beau and Hunter? A Beau Hunter. Oh my God, I just got it.
This is my son, Beau Biden, who a lot of you helped elect to the Senate in Delaware. This is my granddaughter, Natalie.
What the fuck? Yeah, that's pretty bad. There was a clip of him calling Biden calls Trump George. He's definitely, I can't even spell George. Joe mixes up Biden and George.
What kind of country we're going to be? 4 more years of George, he going to find ourselves in a position where if Trump gets elected.
What? Yeah. That's good. I like that. Keep it coming. Civil War at nobodylikesonions.com. We want all the tips and tricks.
The United States discouraged absentee balloting.
If he wins Florida, that could be. He visited his dead son's grave today. What an idiot. Who did? Biden? Biden has a dead son? Or Trump? And who killed who? Did Trump kill Biden's boy? Or is Biden more of a murderer of Trump's online boy? What is going on? Beau is the dead one that was Beau's daughter? Oh, so he was trying to get to a certain point. Trump killed Hunter Biden? Does anybody have the links to what's on the laptop? Because I think that would go a long way to proving Trump's innocence here in this situation. Can we find anybody who has, like, if you go on YouTube and search Hunter Biden's laptop. Oh God, Florida, here we go.
49 Biden and Trump. Tom, you got anything?
Yeah, we got some.
Oh, they just flipped it. It was 51-49 Trump. Now it's 49-50. So that 1 point just disappeared.
At this hour, you can see through the I-4 corridor, we're going to split up Florida into three parts right here. You have South Florida, where Democrats usually do well. You have the Panhandle, where there's still a lot of vote left to be counted there. That's Trump country. And in the middle is the swing area. And right now, Joe Biden is doing pretty well. In a county like Pinellas, which I said earlier, older voters, white voters, this usually mirrors how the state does. Joe Biden's doing really well there. He's 3 points ahead of Hillary Clinton. Donald Trump underperforming in that area right there. Hillsborough right next door in Tampa, same story. Joe Biden's doing a little bit better. But I also want to show you some other parts where they're making grounds. Jacksonville, Duval, this is usually Republican territory, and Joe Biden tonight is on top. Earlier, Ron was asking about African-American voters. There's about 30 to 40% African-Americans in Jacksonville. This is also an area Democrats targeted for the suburbs. Another one of those areas was Sarasota County, a lot of retirees, but also growing suburbs as well. You can see Joe Biden may be down, but he's growing on Hillary Clinton's number. But the headline, George, we got to keep coming back to this. He's underperforming in the biggest county. This is where Democrats have to win big. And right now, Donald Trump, even though he's down, is looking good.
David Muir, what are we seeing from the exit polls in Florida?
Well, it's really interesting. You know, Tom mentions this. We were always going to be looking in Florida at senior citizens in Florida, whether or not he could peel off some of
fucking seniors
and some of the more rural areas of Florida. But right now, when you take a look at Donald Trump's job performance, and this is often an indicator, although these are preliminary exit polls, as we always like to say this early in the night, 54% approve of the job that President Trump is doing. Now, here's the interesting thing on COVID. When you talk about the pandemic, 48% say Joe Biden would handle the pandemic moving forward better than Donald Trump. But as you can see, very tight. On the question of the economy, 53% say the president they trust to handle the economy to 44%.
Wow, look at this stuff. This is fucking ABC saying this.
And it's just flipped again now, 50-48 Trump for Biden. John Carr, are you looking at a key county?
Yes, Sumter County, which is the villages.
Oh, wow. It's 50-48 Florida now. Look at this. What if it really ends up doing it? This could be big, man.
Which is good for Donald Trump.
It would be nuts. And then nothing means anything anymore. And it would almost reveal the media for the sham that it is. Like if Trump wins in a landslide.
Is it above? Oh, there it is right there. It's heading to 90,000.
Yeah, it's above. If you look right now, Trump has 6,000 more votes than he had, raw votes, than he had 4 years ago. But Biden has about 6,000 more raw votes than Hillary Clinton had 4 years ago.
And the state is oh so close right now. Cecilia Vega, Latinos are going to be key in the state of Florida.
Yeah, key. And George, the President Trump made more trips to Florida than any other state leading up to the election.
He pulled all his advertising.
Of course, they always are, but
Florida pulled all of his advertising out of Florida like 4 days ago, which was very odd. Does that mean I still have to go to work tomorrow? Yeah. Hunter Biden's laptop recent article. Oh boy, let's see. Exclusive national security nightmare of Hunter Biden's abandoned laptop containing. This is from the Mail Online, UK, which is a complete nutso paper. The Daily Mail. These guys are like one of the top read sites on the internet. National security nightmare of Hunter Biden's abandoned laptop containing phone numbers for the Clintons, Secret Service officers, and most of the Obama cabinet, plus his sex and drug addictions, all secured by the password Hunter02. Wow.
Oh,
no. Businessman and self-confessed drug addict Hunter Biden took the laptop to a backstreet IT store in Delaware in 2019. Scale and sensitivity of its contents easily accessed to a hacker. It's only revealed for the first time today included Joe Biden's personal mobile number, former President Bill Clinton and wife Hillary's information. Were also personal documents including Hunter's passport, driver's license, social security, and credit cards. Laptop showed he spent $21,000 on one live cam porn website where also sex act selfies of him. Is this true? This sounds, this is crazy. Don't tell Patrick. It's an old 4chan gag. Shit writes itself. Then how does this stuff get in the paper? Because it might rock his world. Copy, paste stuff. But here's my point, is like when this is an article in a paper, like it becomes real. You were just calling the media a sham. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, you dummies. I love idiots who don't understand what anybody's saying. My point is, how do we know anything's real? And is that really a 4chan thing? I know a lot of this stuff is 4chan stuff. 4chan Hunter 02. Okay, let's check. Meme Magic confirmed Hunter Biden used Hunter 02. Know your meme, Hunter 2. Patrick got you there. No, I don't know who's got who. Someone really explain it to me because I'm lost and I need it explained. I'm on the 4chan thread now, but I have no fucking clue. National security nightmare of... What is all this stuff? Is this not real? Anyone tried logging into his Pornhub with his password? I was thinking of the Hunter 2 thing. It's an old joke around the internet since like 2004. Turns out IRC is not 4chan. Now people are calling me out of it. It's on my own channel. I don't care for that. I need to know what's real and what's not now. I find it hard to believe this whole laptop thing is made up. Are you guys crazy? Its existence was revealed by the New York Post last month, but the staggering scale and sensitivity of its contents easily accessible to a hacker with a modicum of skill. Because here's the thing. You have Mikey in the chat now sitting there going, oh, yeah, okay, sounds believable. It's like, no, Hunter Biden is a giant crack addict. So, like, a lot of this stuff is true. Like, Hunter Biden doesn't have a chance at the presidency. You ain't never gonna be president now. Somebody said Fox News said no. I don't know what you're talking about. You have to understand that you're 10 seconds behind me. So when you just go, Fox News said no, I don't know what you're responding to. I haven't said shit about Hunter. You did up here top. You said sure. Somebody told you it was legit and you said sure. See? But it makes you know. Here's what I need somebody to do. Type a full paragraph or sentence out about what's happening with the laptop. Because if this is real and nobody's talking about it, you know. What do we know? What do we know? Is any of this real? Are these phone numbers real? Can I email hbiden@rosemontseneca.com? Fox News would not even run the story because of the credibility. Is this the stuff that, like, apparently Tucker Carlson was supposed to get, and then UPS lost it? I'm pretty sure it's all real, but the excuse seems to be Hunter isn't running for president. So now somebody's saying Fox wouldn't run it, it's not credible. Now somebody's going, I'm pretty sure it's real. It seems like a weird thing to fabricate, all these photos and information. Should have used FedEx. No, sir, I said nothing about somewhat sus downs. Yeah. This is what happens when you call Mikey out on his bullshit. Yeah, I don't know, man. I believe there's something to it because it's a lot of stuff. But again, it's like if my son wasn't dealing drugs and in child porn, and I wasn't taking money from it's like everybody's been after Trump for 4 years for this shit. Doesn't Biden have to at least come out and go, No, I didn't take money from Russia or China or the Ukraine. Like, don't you have to say that? Or does he just get to go, bah, malarkey? Come on, man. People don't put an accurate microscope on both candidates. People don't treat each other with the same rules. Edinburgh Mikey, I want a no deal Brexit. Mikey, wouldn't want to get caught in a lie. Best to stay quiet. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird to not say, yeah, my son wasn't in child porn. Like, I think that would be something you'd want to throw out sooner than later.
Very, very close race in Florida now. Okay, Matt Dowd, thanks. Heidi.
Are we going to watch it again where these motherfuckers can't admit, like they can't even bring themselves to say it on, well, looks like Trump's going to win Florida. Like, are they not going to be able to fucking deal with reality again? I love this stuff.
You know, it is.
Oh, let's bring on an orange woman.
Understate the impact of what's happening with COVID here and how that has.
Oh, it's hard to even understand what's happening with COVID over here now.
There is a shortage of access to health
Fargo.
care. But I want to say something about the early vote.
Or Minnesota.
I think at the end of the day, the regret that Donald Trump may have is that he kept telling people not to vote early. You should always get those votes in the bank, and if you just count on one day, you may be disappointed in that one day. And so I think we're going to see some wins in the South. I think we're going to see the blue line hold. I think that Iowa may be in play, and we may win a Senate seat in Montana.
We will keep
especially
an
eye. If 5% holds.
We will keep an eye on it all. Heidi Heitkamp, thanks very much. We do have another state to call. Not a big surprise.
Here we go.
Here, Vermont. Vermont, Joe Biden will win the state of Vermont, and it's 3 electoral votes. 95% of the expected voters, we can project that Joe Biden will win there handily. Got to take another quick break. We'll be right back.
So again, you got Trump and all his people saying they're confident. You got Kayleigh McEnany saying it's going to be a Trump landslide. Everybody's pounding their chest. And then you have Joe Biden and these fucking talking heads on left TV saying that Biden's going to win. It should be all over. He's got this. It's eerie. It feels like we've done this before. Not that means that's the way it's going to shake out this time. I do think there's a lot more moving parts and variables here. But this public rhetoric that black people and Latino people are really going to come out and vote for Biden because they're sick of Trump's oppressive. It's like, I don't know. I guess I don't think black people are as dumb as everybody else. Like, I just don't think if black people are honest with themselves that they are better off than they were before Obama was in office. Like, what did Obama do for all the hope and change, you know? What happened? I don't know. By the time he left, I'm pretty sure gay marriage was allowed, and he had brought black and white people together by being the first African American in the White House. And by the time he left office, transgendered suicide was higher than it's ever been. Attacks on gay people higher than they were ever in our country. And racial attacks and tension with police 10 times what they were in 2008, 2009. So what? I don't know what everyone's talking about. Do you really think things with race are better now than they were 10 years ago? Than they were 15 years ago? Do you really think that? Or are we all a little more trigger happy? Are we all a little bit more on edge? Is everyone a little more road ragey? Is everyone a little more short fused? Everyone is angry. You're yelling at cashiers at Chipotle. We're out of our minds. This is what they've done to us with these devices and screens. Hey, Patrick, how was that barbecue the other day? It was fucking amazing. Thank you very much. I would love some tonight. If anybody wants to chip in, we'll order barbecue. It was fantastic. It was really, really good. But like, you're fucking all delusional if you think we're better than we were. Like, you're out of your mind. And then at the same time, assholes are in the streets with signs that say slavery was always wrong, as if anyone's arguing with that. It's like, way to just put up fucking fences around ideas. You fucking kooks. Let's go. We got this. Kentucky.
By about 30 points. Only about a third of the vote is in right now, but we can project that Donald Trump will win Kentucky again. Getting more vote in from the state of Georgia right now, about 77% of the expected vote in. A long way there in Georgia. Donald Trump leading Joe Biden right now in the state.
It's not going the way they wanted it to.
Right now, this could be, this is interesting. Donald Trump still ahead with about 13%
Look at this.
of the expected
vote. This is interesting.
The polls were not close in Virginia. Looking forward, we'll have to watch where the vote is coming in from the state of Virginia right now. As we've said, the president has already won.
I mean, this is not going well.
In Indiana, right there, we cannot project that yet, but the president is well ahead right there. And in Florida, we are, of course, watching the vote there in Florida with 80%.
Oh, look at this. Look how they keep flipping this one.
Biden and Donald Trump are battling it out.
666. Coincidence? I think not.
Co-anchor as well. And Martha, you've been traveling the country through this election season.
About 6,000 miles since
over.
George, crossing the country and all the way back.
Yeah, it is. It is getting interesting. I'm telling you. Wow, that streak they just announced, and you can hear it in their voice. But it's not over. There's a lot more coming. It's like the same shit. Every time I'm on here, people say, "Hey, Patrick, glad to see you're doing better." I've been doing fine. I don't know what everybody's talking about. Why wouldn't I be doing better? I'm losing my mind. If mental illness is I don't know, indicative of hey,
voting for Joe Biden, but his nephew.
I really need someone to explain this 4chan thing to me, because now you've got me lost in a web of lies.
Donald Trump, he said he could not vote for Joe Biden. He said he didn't feel that Joe Biden supports.
We are looking at Biden 16, Trump 13 right now on a map of.
Every sign of Biden on one block, Trump on the next block.
Let's see if we can pull this.
Who we talked to just a week or so ago.
Hold this down.
Switching, that they voted for Donald Trump, but are now voting for Joe Biden, and most of those were suburban.
Show all windows.
Time and time again, Martha, it's the tweets, it's the character.
It's exactly
weird.
that. And I think really that comes down to character versus policy, and people are really trying to decide what they
Let's
believe.
go.
Bob Hazelwood in Kansas said
Full
he
screen.
didn't like Donald Trump's character, but he loves his
So this is what we're dealing with.
personal versus policy. And Bob Hazelwood said he looked at the rest of the country.
So they're got now look, they got
for the rest of the country.
Florida colored in.
Martha Raddatz, thanks. What do Eva Pilgrim in Pennsylvania?
They like to reveal them in a way that, like, basically they're calling these other ones for Trump already on CNN, but it doesn't look good to color them in here yet. They really are. It's like everybody got together and we're like, hey, we're totally okay with hiding data and being sneaky to the public, right? And then everybody went, yeah, we are good with that. And everybody's like, cool. I mean, Indiana is 67-30. Kentucky is 64-35 Trump. 22% of the vote in Ohio, it's 60% Joe. This is interesting. I really thought Ohio would have gone hard for
We've heard so much about these shy Trump voters.
For Trump, really, because I got friends in Ohio, and the talking there, it seems to be. Hey Patrick, good to see you're doing better. Call 911. Get well soon. Did you reconnect with your sister? She's fine. She blocked everybody. Yeah, he's moved past drinking mouthwash, so that's a solid win. Yeah, I wish I still had that.
Eva Pilgrim, thanks very much.
But I drank it all. I forgot Indiana was a state, said Mikey. Jesus Christ.
live in the battleground state.
It's gonna be a long one. I hope you've brought your. By the way, does anybody want to buy? Does anybody want some AirPods? I'd love to give away some AirPods or sell them.
2020 continues on ABC.
50% right now. They keep switching that Florida bullshit, where they keep showing it like, oh, it was 51-49 Trump, then it went to 50-49 Trump. One just vanished. And now they've got it 48-50 Biden. You're a real dirt piece of shit if you buy used AirPods. They're not used, you cunt. These are shiny in the wrapper.
This is no place for a child.
What are you talking about? Yeah, I wouldn't say buy used AirPods. These are sealed up. Nicey nice.
The Mandalorian.
You know? They fell off a truck. Don't worry about it. I don't want them. Ha ha ha. Okay. Okay, listen to this shit. Holy fuck. Here we go.
Movement on the march. Klansmen and neo-Nazis, skinheads, it's meant to incite war.
From the KKK to Oklahoma City to Charlottesville, the new documentary event special.
We just need to start talking about race.
Homegrown hate, the war among us.
This is a real...
This is, and I tell you, and people think like that I'm a nut now, that I've like flipped. I'm just over it. I'm over the lies. I'm over being told. I'm really over being told that things are how they aren't. You watch a preview like that, and it's like, well, white power groups are marching through the streets. The KKK is taking over, and it means war. It's like, imagine being Mikey watching that from across the country going like, wow, I guess shit is really popping off. It's like, it's popping off, but it's not white power groups. Like, it's Black Lives Matter people and people tearing down statues, lighting police stations, and policemen on fire. It's all those people. It's the Antifa. It's all that shit. When I say all, I mean 90%. It was white power groups. It was in Charlottesville, but do you see? That's what I'm saying is, though, that's how far back they had to go. They had to go Oklahoma City, Charlottesville. Like they're stumbling around for examples because that's how many years you have to go back before you can think of a fucking good one. It's like, it's not the real world. And the fact that you're dedicating an hour of TV to it, like, hey, that's just being disingenuous to an unhealthy degree. I know, but it paints a narrative. If you're dedicating an hour of TV to it about like, hey, watch out, these guys mean war. You need to keep your eyes open. It's like, they don't exist. If the KKK started walking down any street in this country, they would be stomped to shit. So I don't know what you're all talking about. There's not really active KKK. We got in this thing the other night with the kid in the thing, and he showed the video, and it's like, yeah, and they got fucking handled. Did they not? We buried the N-word. Get over it. Hey, I'm fine with that. Yeah. There's no more racism in America. We solved it. I'm just saying that. You'll never solve it. That was my point about saying no one is free until everyone is free. It's like, you're never going to make everybody not racist. You're never going to make everybody not anti-gay. You're never going to make everybody anything. It just can't happen. Like, it doesn't exist. Science doesn't work. Wear a mask. Mask doesn't work. Wear a science. Oh, how the tables have turned with the biting the curb. Oh, my God. We got numbers. We're back. Let's get a status update from these dopes.
More results in the state of New Jersey. Joe Biden will win the state of New Jersey. Chris Christie, I guess that's not a surprise.
I'm from New Jersey, and I'm about it.
Are you going to tell me Cory Booker won next? I'm really going to pass.
We will check that. Another projection also, state of Massachusetts, Joe Biden.
Look at them pouring in the blue ones now.
It's 11 electoral votes. Joe Biden will win the state of Maryland, and it's 10 electoral votes. A pickup for Donald Trump in the state of Oklahoma. He, of course, he won that last time around. 7 electoral votes at play, and Donald Trump will win those. Joe Biden,
adorable
will win his home
Oklahoma.
state of Delaware, and it's 3 electoral votes. Joe Biden will win the District of
Thanks,
Columbia.
Delaware.
It's 3 electoral votes, but let's take a look at that.
Delaware's the same vote number as the District of Columbia.
Massachusetts, Maryland, Delaware, and New Jersey for Joe Biden right now. Still early in the night. 6 states to 2, 44 electoral votes to 15. Let's take a deeper dive now at the state of Ohio in the middle of the country. 28% of the expected vote is in.
Man.
Now at least, Tom Yamas, Joe Biden has a lead.
Yeah, and actually there's some good news for Joe Biden out of Ohio. The Biden campaign didn't really contest Ohio, and they made some last-minute trips there, and here's why they have reasons to be happy. In counties like Wood that went for Barack Obama, then switched over to President Trump, you can see Joe Biden is on top, 55% of the vote in, but you can see he's overperforming from Hillary Clinton 4 years ago. Another one of those counties that President Trump was able to swing, Trumbull County.
I wish I knew. I know people in the chat are in the Queef Squad, but I don't know who's who by your username, so I assign random sentences to different people.
We don't have information for Cincinnati yet.
Look at this.
And in Cleveland, Cuyahoga County, Joe Biden is doing really well. They're 74%. He's up almost 10
Who cares how Joe's doing in a county? Oh, he's killing it in Cuyahoga County. Oh, great.
County, which is always a nail biter, 51 to 47 there. His numbers are
I want to be very clear about this. Nothing in Ohio is a nail biter. The rest of the country forgets you exist until tonight.
In Ohio, if you take a look at the president's job performance in Ohio, 54% approved, 44%.
Look at this floor, this screen floor they built
in that sort of upper Midwest of the country. And when you break it down to those 2 central issues, containing COVID, rebuilding the economy, 48% say the pandemic is more important.
Thanks for the follow, man. That means a lot, stranger.
A little deeper here. The vast majority of Ohio voters prefer Trump over Biden to handle the pandemic moving forward, 51 to 46%. And that's even with the governor, Mike DeWine, who's received such high marks for his handling of the pandemic in recent days, saying it's raging throughout the state. But still, Ohio voters, despite what they're seeing with COVID, believe President Trump is the best to handle this movement.
Florida.
In your home state, what do you make of the early results?
You know, it's looking good. Even in places like Delaware County and Mahoning County, we're seeing Joe Biden outperform Hillary Clinton by 10, 20%, which is really great.
They love it. They love it. Listen to them. Listen to their inability to be impartial. We're seeing Biden do better than Hillary. It's looking really, really good. Biden should win. It's looking great. It's like, it's so weird. How do you, and I'm not saying that they're not right about Biden being ahead, but how can you trust the results and the information you're being given?
I'm not pessimistic yet.
When it's like this, like it's crazy. It's like, oh, you clearly have you can't even stop yourself from saying it. Where's my bong and my dog?
There seems to be a lot of momentum for Republicans. And what we see across the board here is that places you expect Republicans to win appear to be closing.
So watch a different channel. I don't see the issue.
North Carolina, Georgia. That's
No, I don't care what channel it is because we will get the information. But I love to see them. Like, here's the other thing. Then you have to stumble around it when Trump does well. You have to go, oh, he's winning Florida, but we don't know what to expect with that. It's like, or you could just fucking do the news and not look like an idiot either way.
33 more deaths. That takes the number of total cases up to more than 225,000 in this
Vermont.
state. Now, that is one concern for voters here in Ohio, but their major concern
Virginia.
is the economy, joblessness, workers needing
Trump for Virginia. That's a big one.
According to our early data, show that they believe that Trump can handle this more than Biden. But again, every poll is very, very tight.
And look at also the Republicans' fair lead in the Senate.
Again, this could be a very historic signpost.
Sorry, that's the House.
There have only been 2 exceptions where Ohio.
It's all rigged. Is there a Scotland channel? Oh yeah, Sky News.
Whoever wins Ohio lends itself to winning the presidency, winning the nomination. So we're awaiting those.
They got Biden way up. Look at this. 44 electoral votes to Trump's 15. Florida has flipped back to Trump, 50% to 49.
And like you guys are
85% of the vote.
The ability for Ohio to flip between red and blue is certainly something we have seen.
Georgia is on the board, is on the line too. Frankly,
thanks very much. Let's go back to
and Indiana's clearly gone Trump.
Now 25,000 votes or so separate.
Oh, good said Cory Booker.
Tom Yamas, Donald Trump is ahead.
Yeah, he's ahead, and I'll tell you one data point right now that to me is the most interesting so far. The absentee early vote, 77% of the expected vote.
They can't stop doing this, crunching this math on Biden to make him win Florida. Watch this. Watch him like, here's how he's going to do it. Talk about Miami-Dade again.
Every time we look at the state, it's getting closer and closer.
Talk about Miami-Dade.
To keep our eye on right here is this section of the state right here. We're talking about Pensacola.
Oh, I thought it was all about Miami-Dade.
Country. The votes are still out there, and it's important because this is such a close race. One of the problems, besides Miami-Dade County, for Joe Biden is that he's underperforming in some Democratic counties, places like Osceola. He has a big.
Oh, now he's underperforming. Weird.
From where Hillary Clinton was 4 years ago.
Prepping everybody for the soft landing of defeat.
COVID, especially the economy there. He's doing a little better there. That's a good spot for him. And he's made some gains in places like Jacksonville, Duval. This is a Republican county. He's winning right there. It is so close right now, George. We're going to have to keep our eye on this state minute by minute because we're talking about thousands of votes at certain parts of the night.
Okay, Tom Yamas. Mary Bruce, what is the Biden campaign telling you about Florida?
Well, all day long, they have been telling us that they knew that Florida was going to be a toss-up. They, I suspect, are poring over these numbers just like we are. Look, in areas like Miami-Dade, for instance, they never expected to do as well as Hillary Clinton did there, but I suspect they are very surprised to see just how close it is in that area right now. They have spent a lot of time, really the entire Biden team, fanning out across the state in these final days. Joe Biden.
Yeah, this is, it's all going to be hanging chads all over again. Yeah, probably. But I really need more information on this Hunter Biden thing. Who's fucking with me? Trump versus Biden 2000. Probably. Politico. What do they have it as now? They have it as Biden 88, Trump 55. Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, we will. How about we do? We'll switch to a right-wing network next. We'll watch some Fox. I got to go to the bathroom. Can we do that as a collective audience? Get yourselves a drink. We'll be back, and we'll do it. We'll do it a correct way. Does that sound fair to everybody? Okay. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. We'll get some music on for you. We'll mute the world. I really gotta pee now. I'm starting to do the little dance. The dance of the peas. We'll be right back.